Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see about what is the difference between this Terraform resource and data source. So this question mostly people ask to just check the basics. So let's see what it is. So first of all, what is this resource in Terraform? So whenever you want to create anything in your AWS infrastructure or Azure or anything, okay, so that resources, when you are creating a new resource or when you are deleting in resource, so for that you write a resource block just like this, right? So that is basically a resource. So resource could be anything. It could be EC2, S3, VPC, load balancer, anything. Okay. Then you have a data source. So data source is nothing but you have already created something in your AWS and that you want to import in your Terraform code. So for that reason, we use the data block. So here you will see the two example. One, this line says like most recent equal to true and owners equal to Amazon. So this one, what it will do, it will basically look for AMI, which whose owner is Amazon and that is recently launched. Okay. So this block will give that information. Then you have another one. This one you have to remember basically. So suppose you in your company or somewhere, someone has a networking team might have created already VPC for you. So you have to use that VPC in your EC2 to create like resources to create this EC2 in a particular subnet, whether public or private. So for that reason, first you need this VPC and you will give some local name, and you can use filter block where you can define name equal to tag or their name, and then values you can define. So this is one way to basically search for resources in your existing infrastructure. There is another way is that this one you can simply use this tags and name equal to your existing VPC name. So with this you will get your VPC ID and you will get that resource. Then we can use it just like we have used here data.aws_vpc.existing vpc.id. Okay. And okay, this is for your subnet. So if you see the real world example, same thing, your company already has VPC created manually and we have to use data source to fetch the ID, and then we have to use it into our EC2. So this we are going to perform. So let's see, already I have done here the code which you will see. So this is the basically code of EC2 instance creation, and here you will see I'm using this data block and existing VPC local name tag. I have given my VPC. So already if I show you in my US East 1 region, here you will see I have already this my VPC created, and subnets you can see my public subnet is the one subnet. So this subnet I'm going to use it. So for that region also I am using data block for the subnet, and in subnet we have to provide the VPC ID that I have given, and tags I have given name. So name of my public subnet. Then in resources, I'm basically using subnet ID, and there I'm using data.aws subnet, this one, then our existing and the ID I'm giving. So in this way, we can use the data and resources. So now I will simply go and plan first. So if I plan here, so you will see what it's going to do. First, it will read whatever we have given into the data, and then it will go for like what it has to create. So let's wait. So here you can see it is reading the existing VPC, then subnet. You can just see here subnet also existing VPC, then subnet. So read complete. Then our instance. So now if I go and just apply, so it will basically create a EC2 instance into that subnet. So we'll just wait until it creates. Okay, it is completed. Now let me just go into the EC2 and check here. So if I go in instances, and here you will see hello world only was the tag which we have given. And if we go in networking, so you will see my VPC and even my public subnet. Okay. And one more thing I wanted to discuss is that whenever we give this thing in data default equal to true, so that means your whatever data is there or whatever resource you have given, it is going to use the default. For example, in VPC only, if I had given here default equal to true, so it will use your default VPC in that case. Okay. So this is one thing that you should remember. So in your interview, basically you have to tell you will be using data source to get information about your existing infrastructure, and to filter it, you have multiple methods. You can use tags, you can use filter, and if you want to use default, then you can use this default. And resource you know already. So here are some key differences you can see. Purpose is resource create infrastructure, डेटा सोर्स का है फेच एग्जिस्टिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, लाइफ साइकिल जो है ये मैनेज बाय टेराफॉर्म, इस ये मैनेज नहीं होता है। एक्शन इज क्रिएट अपडेट डिलीट एंड हेयर रीड ओनली, एंड स्टेट फाइल में ये स्टोर होता है, ये बस रेफरेंस के लिए होता है। एग्जाम्पल यू कैन गिव EC2 S3 VPC और AMI lookup existing VPC. So this is all about your resource and data source. So that's it for this video. If you have any other questions or any suggestion, just write in the comment section. I will look into it. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.